The sonic palette is a MIDI controller with 84 pressure-sensitive trigger points arrayed 7 by 12. It has pitch bend, sustain, dedicated volume, modulation, and 12 other setup programs that allow you to customize your MIDI controller. It has a MIDI out, of course, to send to your device, your slave device, your synthesizer, your computer, and a power. It runs on a 9-volt battery, which can be popped out without using tools. And it's all housed in a very ergonomic body that allows you to wear it like a guitar, allows you to move around, walk, and otherwise be untethered from behind your keyboard. And so MIDI, being very ubiquitous, is plug and play with any synthesizer that is MIDI equipped, which most are, or you can use a computer, which is how I'm doing it now. What you would need is a MIDI to USB adapter. In this default setup, we have the lowest note here and the highest note here. And as you can hear, we have quite a range. In fact, we have 7 octaves of range. The sensors allow for velocity, which means that the harder you press it, the louder. So you have dynamic control. There's also aftertouch, which we'll talk about later. Let's take a look at the actual note surface, and so you can find your way around. As you can see, there are black and white areas identified by this graphic laminate that helps orient the user to all the sensors. So the white and black areas on the graphic represent the black and white notes of the piano keyboard. So the white notes are the naturals. So that's a C major. And the black notes are your accidentals. And if you understand your key signatures, you'll know that the B flat follows E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. Or if you're looking at the sharps, it's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Inharmonic spellings of the same thing. So, as we've covered before, we have chromatic going in this direction and fifths going in this direction. And why have it set up that way? Well, it makes playing certain chords very easy because we have the perfect fifth relationship right next to each other. So a C major chord would involve the C and the G, which are already right next to each other. So all you'd have to do is find the E, the third, and it's right there. So any triad makes this triangular shape, either like that, or in the case of, say, a D, starting here, we have the D and the F, in this case F sharp if we want to make it major. So it's D, F, A. So we have this triangle facing this direction. It'll only be in those two shapes. It'll either be facing this way or facing this way. And that gives you your triads. So very simple. Major scales are also very simple because we have a certain pattern that retains itself throughout the note surface. And you'll also notice that notes, as you go up to the next row, follow in the same location. So in other words, it's pretty easy to see with the C major. If you go, this note is a fifth relation to the tonic. The next note is also the fifth relationship of the 2. So the 6 and the 2 line up, as do the 3rd and the 7th. And then there's your tonic again. So the notes always, no matter where you are on the keyboard, you always find that as you go to the next row up, the notes will follow in the fifth relationship on a major scale. It also works with the blues scale, for instance. Jump ahead. The blues scale has the flatted third, And then it has those three notes going up, the fourth, the augmented fourth, and the fifth. And then if you go here, you'll find the seventh, the flatted seventh in this case, which is right over the flatted third. And then fifths here, right over the tonic, of course. And you can see it's very simple. The patterns are very simple. This was designed so that patterns are easily seen and easily remembered. Being in this two-dimensional setup makes it very easy to find your way around. And chords, of course, are very similar too. We already talked a little bit about the triad, but we can also look at where the octave lies. The octave is kitty corner. It's right there. So if you want to add an octave up from the root on your chord, it's very simple to do. It's right there, which is a pretty comfortable shape for the right hand in this case. And we haven't even gotten the left hand into it. So it's very ergonomic. It's very comfortable to find chords. And if you want to get your left hand involved in expanding these chords, you certainly can. It's very simple to do. And you can end up with very large chords that you probably cannot play on the piano keyboard. So in addition to a large range and velocity data being generated, Sonic Palette can also generate aftertouch data, which allows for another level of expressive control. For instance, right now the aftertouch is being routed to volume, which allows for a vibrato. Thank you for watching this video and for your interest in the Sonic Palette. Hopefully you can see that this instrument opens up a new world of possibilities for us electronic musicians.